What unites people? Armies? Gold? Flags? Stories.
Thousands of years ago, a city in ancient India held a great annual festival. A holy man from the nearby forest would visit the city each year, and parent and child alike would gather to hear him tell the epic story of Prince Ram. Prince Ram was a prince of ancient India who was exiled from his kingdom. His wife was abducted by demons, and he was forced to fight the 10-headed king Ravan to win her back. The final battle begins, and the crowd gasps as Ravan draws back his cursed bow, prepared to smite our hero. A small child, lip trembling, detaches herself from the crowd and asks the holy man, "Will Prince Ram be all right?" The old man, smiling gently, replied, "He will, my child, for he who controls a story controls the entire universe." I'm sure you know the feeling of being lost in a good story. Your palms start to sweat, or maybe your heart starts to flutter or skip. There's no denying that stories have the amazing power to transport us to another time or place. Whether it's the sprawling fantasy landscapes of Middle-earth, a dark night in the 1800s in Victorian England, Caesar's camp in the Gallic wastes in the 50s BC, or even the complex and morally ambiguous world of The Witcher, that feeling of losing yourself, of total immersion in the story, can't be beat. Our methods of telling stories have certainly changed throughout our history. As we advance, both as a species and technologically, so do our ways of telling different stories. From the invention of language, to writing, to film and video, and now even more interactive forms of media such as video games getting in on the action, it's certain that we have come a long way from the campfire stories and cave paintings of early humans. Now, the idea of storytelling certainly isn't anything new. However, we're only just now starting to uncover why these stories affect us the way they do. An MRI scan allows researchers to see parts of the brain that light up during a good story. You might think it was just the language center that activated, but far more complex parts of the brain were lighting up, such as areas that deal with sound and even movement. When you get to the climax, or the emotional part of the story, your brain waves actually start to synchronize with the storyteller. This shows that a story isn't just some abstract, but it has a real, measurable effect on us. And who knows what more we might discover about this connection as time goes on. However, the most important part of a story cannot be seen by science. The value, the true value that is, of stories cannot be measured on a scale or captured by imaging technology. And it's been consistent from the first caveman paintings to the television serials that we view today. The true value of the story is the lessons we take from it, the experiences we remember, and the characters that we grow to love or hate. The true value is what the story makes us feel, and what we learn in the end. Stories can shape morals, open up interests, and invest us in worlds that don't even exist anymore, or maybe never existed at all. They can form civilizations and allow us to connect with our fellow man on a profound level. They can shape our perception of the world for good or ill. And that is no insignificant power.